Here we are with another Lego project. We have these Wild Safari Animals by Lego Creator. This is set number 31150. Contains 780 bricks. Retails for $64.99, and this set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. So we get to make this awesome giraffe with a tree and a pink flamingo. And the alternative builds is a lion next to a tree and a butterfly. Or a set of deer. Ooh, that looks cool. Well, we're going to be doing this one because this is the main model. Set these two building guides off to the side, and there are 6 numbered bags. And the book just jumps right on into bag 1. Now, I wish they would tell you how many bags are in the beginning of these. How do I know there's 6 bags? Because, let me get one of the other manuals that I just tossed. Is that it tells you here to take all the bags and pour them out. That's probably because of that. So, 6 bags. That's pretty good for this set. Now, this is something probably I would never buy unless you're building a... Well, maybe this might be kind of minifigure scale, we don't know. And at least this time I have all the bags layered and keyed up. But now I want to focus on bag 1. And the camera angle's like this because it's going to be built up. It's one of those vertical builds. So today, that's what we'll be doing. So let's start with bag 1 here. Now, I'm debating if I should do this all in one sitting since it's close to 800 bricks. I don't know yet. So we shall see. Probably going to have to open all these up anyways. I don't know what it is during the holidays. I block more people than anything else. I think because everybody else is off. And today is December 15th, 2023. And I've been so busy doing Lego reviews, I forgot to release a tutorial. So I had to hurry up and get that one done. And yeah, it's getting to be a lot of stuff to grasp and handle onto. Let me kind of rotate this around here and kind of work right there. Matter of fact, I don't know what part we're working on today. Let's see here. It's obviously, well, those give it away. So we're doing the body first. Okay, there's too many parts. Oh, where did that come from, huh? All right, let's start sorting out here. And then, matter of fact, there's probably so many, why don't I just start dumping them in the pile of colors. I'm looking for white. Out of all these colors, I'm building with white again. And I try not to complain too much in these. But I have been so swamped with doing Lego sets that I'm actually forgetting tutorials more and more. And usually now, since I've done this is actually my 3rd December doing sets, or no, this is actually my 2nd that they started sending me these type of offers. So now on December I'll know that I'm just swamped with set reviews. You know. I'm looking for a 1x2 brick with a cross hole in it, so this is going to be a while here. Okay, we found it. Hoping you can see that just fine. The viewfinder shows it as very bright and washed out, but when I edit the videos, it's not terribly bad. So, yeah, I don't know. Put the white parts over here. Keep the tans. Keep that oddball one over there. We get plenty of dark orange. Ooh, these are in dark orange too. Matter of fact, that looks like the back of a recliner. I also got the medium nougat. All right. Yeah, so I've been pretty much swamped with builds, and I may have to stop the video in between here. I've got a bunch of stuff coming on. I have somebody coming by picking up some product for me today, and that kind of thing. I'm just kind of on an overload right now with doing stuff. I can always use those for cooked chicken patties for a build, for a restaurant build. Yeah, I'm finally making some space in here for future Lego sets and stuff. Oh, that's in dark orange. I can use those. Number 1 1x2 rounded brick or plate, whatever it is. Alrighty, so I need to find upwards. I see one. For some reason, I don't ever have these plates in enough quantities to really build anything. So I'm trying to get as many of those as I can here. Yeah. So as far as for working on anything new, this is it. Copying the book today. I'm not doing any freehand stuff. I wish I was, but I got to get this done first. Ooh, these are in reddish brown. I could just see those disintegrating. Yeah. Oh, that's old news. They fixed the color breakage. Yeah, I already know. I'm still weary. Okay. Now you notice I'm sorting as I go. You don't have to do that, but it makes it easier when you build. So you can sort as you're building. And there we go. So far it's looking like the picture. I know sometimes I'll get a fan, ask me, why don't I just split the channel up? I am doing that eventually. So pretty soon you will see nothing but mocks and tutorials on the main, and this one will just have the reviews and the set builds. It'll be the same flavor. This one's more raw, so there's nothing here that's going to be scripted or filtered or anything like that. But I still couldn't believe I had to do a Lego review. I was being told how to word everything, how to verbally say stuff. I've never had that happen until I got an offer from this one thing, and I thought, oh, I'll start including the thing. Oh yeah, Lego, thank you for sending me these for review and giving me the opportunity. I keep forgetting to do that when you're so wrapped up into a build. Trying to find a 1x2 flat or a 2x2 flat tile, it gets to be too much. There it is. And if you get into this ambassador thing, here's the deal. You're going to have to really learn time management skills. Like, I'm getting it down pat to how fast I can get these done. Oh, that's kind of an odd color to put inside of the giraffe. Is that its guts or something? I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to, get a lot of stuff done, and it's just becoming more of a chore. I'm just doing stuff around the house, and I got to get set reviews done. It's almost like work. Yeah, I'm just, at least here do I want to build this stuff? It gives me something to do. But then again, like I need to set up that workstation outside where I can build out there. It's like in the 60s today. But with all the construction going on, it wouldn't be quite practical. And then, yeah, this book has got a lot of steps going on here. I mean, you could see, this is for big kids because we're doing mostly 3 to 4 pieces per step. And you're you gotta do sub-steps and stuff like that. So this is for the big kids to build here. I mean, of course, what's the age range on this set here? 9+. I mean, I'm sure like a 5 or 6-year-old well-disciplined could probably put this together with no problems. Feels like I'm just randomly throwing parts on there. That's the. So this is the giraffe body, or I would just say the torso. I think the only time I ever saw a giraffe was in the zoo, and I thought, oh, it's a really tall horse with a stretched neck. Yeah. We're already pretty much 10 minutes into the build here, and yeah. That's a lot of snot bricks, huh? Oh wow, we're gonna bury this tile inside there. Makes a good table, like a coffee table. Just stick 4 little legs on it. There you go. Like more like a vintage coffee table. Lego, you got to cut back on using the red in here. It's hard for me to see. Of course, the background's blue, so it only leaves green. And a round brick. Yeah, I got to be careful with the building guide on this. Just make sure you check your work, because this is probably something you don't really want to mess up on. Because taking this thing apart will probably be a turd. Oh, wait a minute, see? I almost skipped a step here. Guarantee if I open up that window, I'm gonna hear, or maybe I should try it when I get done building this bag. My asthma's been trying to kick up again, which kind of sucks, but then I'm kind of figuring out ways to keep it controlled. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, did I make a mistake there? Okay, I did. At least this set is kind enough to give you a brick separator. Okay, that's got to go in there somewhere. There's supposed to be inverted slopes here. I'm just trying to get these done at this point because I got so many sets to go through. It's not even funny. I have a bunch of stuff, just lots of sets to just build. And, that's that. And there we are, I'm not even close to even getting to, I was supposed to work on the bus in December. I can't even get to it. I got too much. I have like 7 or 8 more sets after this one I have to do. Unscripted, of course. So that was the first time, but when I do the video, it might be easier if I start on this in here. When I write the description, I had to script part of this out. So when I get to that, I will do that. That's where that's supposed to go. Well, that's sitting pretty low. Did I forget something here? Hold on, let's back up. Yeah, I did. Right here, I got to take all that out. Well, that'd be pretty easy. And it's a good lesson to learn too, especially when I'm making mistakes. If something just doesn't look right, just back up. Don't keep building. When you're pressed for time, you just try to get them done. I've seen some guys where they review something, and you could tell the set was just built wrong. Something doesn't look right. And I'm like, why are you rushing building that? Now I know why they do it, because even I have to rush through things to get them done. Yeah, these and these almost look the same. So I gotta be careful what I'm putting in here. Now, This set is probably something I probably would never buy. I'm not really into brick-built animals. I'm sure somebody out there will probably get a nice, good enjoyment out of this type of a build. Okay, let's start with these first. And yes, they're still doing construction out here. Matter of fact, they're taking off for 2 weeks. The same 2 weeks everybody else is taking off. I'm supposed to... I don't even think I'll get a haircut until well into next year, because everybody now is getting booked for the holidays, and I thought, well, if I have to, I'm not doing it during the week of Christmas. Plus, I ain't going anywhere. I don't care how I look, and if I have to make that video, I'll just throw on a beanie cap and call it a day. You know, it's winter time. Who really cares? I used to be so vain about how I look. Now you get older, it's like, yeah. And don't forget these pieces back here. Well, these are up higher. Oh, I forgot 2 pieces back here all this time. A bunch of parts. I must have skipped something here. Yeah, if you're watching this, just don't construe this as a tutorial. Maybe just as a troubleshooting video. There we go. I was like, why is that off there? Now I know why. Yeah, that's a lot better now. Okay, let's make sure. Let's check our work here. I got to put it the way I see it. And we have the studs there, so we did that one. We did the corner tiles. That up there. It's always good to check your work. Remember in school, especially when you're doing a math test, check your work. Well, when you're being timed, you can't check your work. But check your work. You know, that's pretty darn close to being even there. I gotta get some time rustled up to put the battery back in the truck today. Have it on the trickle charger. Got it ready to go. I just need to put it back in, put the tray in today. I just need to take a breather from filming sets. Matter of fact, I'm almost filling up this memory card that's in here now. These sets are getting so aggressive. I mean, literally, we're here for hours building. And what is this? A saddle? I think this notch is actually meant for you to grab onto this notch in these cross axles. Or this could be for the neck too. We got to make 2 of those. All right. And then these, maybe it's not the neck. We don't know yet. They just go in there like that. And I just realized I'm going to have company over today. So I may not eat. This may be which I rarely ever do, is split these up throughout a duration of a day. Usually I just sit here and build all at once to say that I can get it done. I just realized that. So this set may be one of those ones I drag out several hours throughout the day. It means it may take an all-day deal to build this. And the last ones are the rear tail lights that go on the back. I don't know which way is the back or the front. I'm gathering this is probably the neck here. And that is it for bag 1. And what we just did was we just built, looks like just the inner torso. Alright, now bag 2. I don't know what we're doing exactly here, but I want to check and see. So it looks like we're adding the skin to the torso. And that's bag 5. Bag 2 doesn't look like it has a whole lot in there, but small pieces. So go. Oh, don't mean to sleep on the job, Mr. Giraffe. Oh. I mean, honestly, this looks ugly so far. No, we haven't gotten that far yet. I wonder how durable this thing is. Okay. So, here we go. Let's see if we can breeze through this one real quick here without messing up. Which we know I will, but we gotta trying to find its mate. And you can see everything that I'm doing. That's cool. But the good thing about this style of video is to show if you make a mistake, you can fix it. I think the deers would have been cool too. I don't have a whole lot of these right here, these type of rounded 1x2x2 corner plates. And flip it over. Yeah, since after they were working on the house, the plumbing's been rattling. Nothing works right anymore, and I'm kind of about to tell them you need to get in here and fix this stuff before Christmas, because I will not be a happy camper. Because the hot water barely works anymore. Nothing works. Kitchen works. I get hot water, but in the back part of the house I don't anymore. I don't know why they're not even working on this side of the house. If they disconnected something by accident and go, oops, we made a mistake, or you're going to have to wait till after Christmas, they will not be getting a good review from me at all. If I have to get a manual, go up there and learn how to fix it myself, somebody will not be, they won't be losing it. They will be losing a job. All right. So yes, looks like we're just adding skin to the torso today. I do sound like a cranky old man, but you're dropping money to getting something done. It should be done at least correctly. If you're going to do it right the first time. Yeah, this bag here's got a lot of little parts. Lots of little pieces today. And yeah, you can tell the head goes in there. And we're working on the back rear end of it. Stick that down there. Whoa. And now we're working on this. I have so many of those. I just got so much stuff going on right now, and it's just kind of, everything's kind of just being dragged down. One of the guys that's working out here, he's got something that needs to be restored, and he was asking, he goes, I didn't know you restored stuff. I may have to do business with you. You know, better than the plumbing job you've been doing. When I do restorations, I do the whole work. Okay. I could do both sides on this, but I don't know if they're mirrored or not. Because if it's a deer, I'm assuming that, you only see one side at a time. I'm just going to go ahead and do one side at a time right now. Just to, just for my sanity, make sure I'm doing everything correctly here. So we're going to have to skin the giraffe, but in reverse. We're going to be putting the skin back on it to make it look fluffy and soft and colorful. Because nobody wants to look at those studs on the side, and there's some random eyeball staring at us here. It's just there. I kid you not. And we have a heart, a black heart, that goes inside the giraffe. Wow, okay, what kind of animal is this, huh? I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here, but it's a black... Wait. Oh, I put that in there. I shouldn't have put that in there. I caught it just in time. There's these right here. And yeah, so we got that out of the way. And this goes right above here. Make it sound like I'm trying to troubleshoot. And this goes here. Okay. And now what we do, must be the workers are done because they're vacuuming. Okay. I'll be peeking my head in there after I get done. So we cover the eyeball. So maybe it's just for a filler piece. I would have just left it out, would have been fine. Alrighty. Also, another way too, if you don't want to get lost, is this, like, I'll show you here. Like this next step, let's call this parts list. You could do is just pull all your parts out like that in the right quantities, and then that's one way of not getting lost. So you just do that and say, okay, well, you know, that's one way of a way of doing it. There, you have to do it like that. You could just do what I'm doing, just grabbing the pile. But if you want to simplify these builds, you can do it like that too. Straighten out myself here. And yeah, we're working up here. All right, let me start with this over here first, because they got it's only just 2 pieces, but we're putting a bunch of stuff in here. Matter of fact, I forgot to put some other stuff on here as I'm looking at this. You know, maybe one bag does one side. The more and more I'm looking at it. But this set does have a lot of, let's let it go there. Yeah, this set does have a lot of little parts. Imagine one day, and I'm just debating if Lego does this though, do they actually use AI to 3D print these? It's kind of what it looks like they do. Okay, now you got to flip the pancake over. And it looks like we're doing the same thing. We didn't know that. Now we do. I always hear like a pickup truck running outside when I look out there. Sometimes I'll walk out there. You can hear it, but you don't see it running anywhere. Like you don't see anybody in a car. Out here, people are starting to steal cars. Yeah. Don't know. Why would you want to steal something anyways? Beyond me. And we got a heart. There's the black heart with the eye. So I'm just taking it they use these as filler parts than anything else. Wait, that's not the one we need to put in there. Almost messed up again. Caught myself just in time. And this goes right here. We got to put this right here too. Remember last time I've been forgetting those. I don't want to forget them again, so make sure. Yeah, but we're going to get this one done here, lickety split. This was one of those sets that I was kind of like, yeah, is it keeping my interest? Yeah, it's the same old colors. Honestly, I'm just not feeling this build, so it'll still get a fair review. But is it keeping my interest? So. It's honestly, this is not my favorite thing to put together. It's putting together the body of a giraffe. I keep thinking it's a deer, but okay, so step 58 was the one we missed the last time. Well, on the other side right here. So it looks like they're mirrors. So if you're doing this, you could just double them up and flip it over like a pancake and just do it like that too if you're inclined to do so. And there's a lot of little parts going in here. And we're almost done with bag 2. Just got a few more little pieces to put on this thing here. I still see a ball joint and a random black minifigure head. Alright, so it looks like we're putting the tail on it now. So I would say the skin on the torso skin, and the tail would be the index that I have. Some people actually depend on the indexes, so I will try my best to index these as accordingly as I can. And so let's set these right. We're going to have to tile. What is this, a dot set? Remember those Lego dots? I kind of never got any of those. Because I thought, well, I don't know. They have good tiles in them and some printed pieces, but I never got the dot stuff at all. I forgot to put the tiles on here. Well, we didn't forget now. We got them on there. And then stick these together. Well, it doesn't go that way, huh? Hold on. Okay, it's like I'm building it backwards, but I was like, the manual's showing it one way. That's how it's supposed to be. Kind of flatten all that out there, and then we got to build the dragon tail, I guess. I wonder what the build quality on this one's going to be like. All right. And that's where the tail goes, so we're going to install it. There we go. At least it'll keep from falling down. Oh, it looks like something. No, that's it. So we did the torso skin and the tail for bag 2, and that's what we have remaining. All right, so bag 3 looks like we're building, well, the head. All right, well, let's head over and do it. As I said, it's just, to me, the build experience for me is just, it's more and more, it's just average. Haven't had anything fall off yet, no stickers, no scratched parts. So honestly, in all fairness though, it's a 10. Nothing's, you know, so I'm just going to say it's a 10, even if it's something I'm not interested in. I know somebody else probably is, so I'm not going to just fail something because I just don't like it. You know, some people do. Oh, this set was boring to me, I'm going to fail it. Well, I can't fail something that's basically a preference of mine. So, 2x16 tan plate, I can always use those. There we go. I feel like I'm forgetting to do something today, but I already forgot that was the tutorials. Well, at least we get plenty of these medium nougat 1x1 bricks with the one stud on the side. At least we can use those. Matter of fact, if you're inclined to do so, you could actually put an LED light in there and put a cap on that and make great headlights. I think this are going to go into that right there. Okay, let's start sorting things out by color. Oh, wow! I'm going to have to get a couple of these in this medium nougat. A 25-degree slope. Okay, I'm looking for... Oh, there it is. I'll keep sorting until we do it. I have 6 studs on that end. Wait a minute. No, I'm off by a stud. There's supposed to be 7 in there. Okay, you're going to be tempted what I just did here. Very kind of sloppy, but this is supposed to hang over by 1, so I have to move all. I'm glad now I caught that now. I heard somebody drop the F-bomb. Yeah. I don't think it's going to pick up on the audio recording. So I have to remove that. I mean, I say the F word, but I don't say it on the videos because there's no need to. You know, my bunch is already sick of the Lego stuff. I'm like, I'm sorry. You want me to just quit? I refuse to just quit. Alright, put the brown there. I'm looking for the plate that goes there. Oh, there it is. So you can see I'm just sorting as I go. I'm sorting as I go. Just for sanity purposes, sort as you go. You can do it any way you want, but no right or wrong way. And then now we work our way back. Well, now I can just look for some 1x3s in the tan pile. I used to hear my neighbors all the time fight. Now it's the other way around. And I miss the days when it was quiet here, and that was it. You know, I really do. Because if it gets pretty aggressive, I'll have to stop the recordings. The other day it was kind of hectic over here. Oh, that's a hard tile in that color. Okay. It was kind of hectic, and to the point of the Lego stuff even was causing a problem. I said, hey, listen, this is my place. I can do whatever I want. Yes, it's getting a little out of hand, but it's not like I'm hoarding. Oh, those are in nougat. Put those nougat ones there. I'm like, it's at the end of the day, it's my stuff. And as long as I keep it picked up, because I don't want to walk on any of this stuff, I'm fine by it. And that's what they're afraid of, falling on it. And I'm like, I pretty much keep it contained in here, and the build stuff gets put on display around the house, and then I rotate the stuff out and that kind of thing. There's a lot of pieces you're putting in here, but I'm going to see if I can get some of these medium nougat. They'd be great for terrain pieces too. And that would be good for roofing. Mix that in with some brown, dark brown, and you can have yourself like a wood shake roof out of those. And I'm missing one more brick there. There it is. I'm starting to sort all that out by color. Okay, next page. And set that off to the side. Do another one, or do something else. But yeah, I mean, pretty much though, it's kind of been a journey. And a lot of people said, "Oh, you're going to get yourself into it." I said things will be fine. Oh, I heed their warnings, and that's what happened. Oh well, that's just how it is. All right. Enough about that. We're getting somewhere. I mean, we're getting somewhere, guys and gals. We're doing it. Okay. And another one on top of that one. Okay, this goes on the bottom here. With that hole there? Really? There's that stinking thing covering it up. Oh, there's a white plate that goes in there. Did we just forget that or something? Well, we'll stick that in there. Now I'm glad I checked. All right, we'll stick that nail in there. It's like there's supposed to be a hole in there. I mean, it wouldn't have. But we want to do it right. All right, after that, step 88, we got to make 2 of these things. I found that a lot of people, when they're doing a set, they sort by color. Now, my collection is sort by part type, not by color. But in Lego sets, I sort by color. It's easier. Like I said, everybody's got their own way of doing things. And we got to make 2 of those. It says make 2. Oh, I see where they go. The dark part goes on the top there. And wait. Oh. I'm going to have to backtrack a lot of this. This is supposed to be on a plate here. I forgot all about that. So, like I said, it's my fault, but what do I have to do? I'm going to have to transplant all these parts on there. That's why it's like kind of brittle. So what do? We'll do that real quick. Like I said, I don't censor anything. I know I probably said that a billion times already, but if I make a mistake, so far from my observations, is take your time on the instructions, or you'll be doing the same thing I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I had that one piece. I took all this apart. Where did it go? And I don't see it on the floor or in the manual. What did I do with it? I know it was there because we built 2 of those. Alright, I have to get up in my collection and get one. Oh, there it is, and say. Because I know it was there, that would have been my fault. Okay. At least we're getting the spots on it. You know what? You got somebody who's misbehaving. Give them a thunk on the head with that. Nah, don't do that. I got to be careful because of the Sometimes they don't want us joking around with these type of videos. I'm assuming there's 2 of them that go on this side here. I'm going to just put this one on here now. I'm just going to incline to say that there is. Then we got to make one out of inverted. I like these inverted ones too. I get them, I hoard them up because they always come in handy. That looks like a drumstick more than anything else, huh? Oh. It must be the base of the neck. Okay. That's kind of cool they give you that one-to-one thing. So what you do here is you flip it upside down and you just follow what they did here. I think it's the colors. But I think they only give you that anyways. My build experience is just meh. It's the... Oh, yikes. Oh, yuck. You're going to see it here in a second. It's not stickers, but it's almost just as bad. You know what we're going to be doing? You're going to have to put 16 studs on that. Oh, my goodness. I was like, what are all the brown studs for? That must be the hair under its neck, but yikes. I mean, putting them in is one thing, but putting them upside down, they're almost hard for me to get them in. Oh, see how this is starting to come apart? Be careful with that, so I got to ding it down to a 9.8, because that could have bent and broke something there. Because most people are going to press onto that. Yeah, I saw those studs, and I thought, well, what are those going to be used for? And now we know what they're used for, and it's going to be a mess right now. I'm starting to grade more on repetitious steps more than anything else. Is it really bad in a lot of these? No. Well, we got pearl gold there. They could have gave the giraffe golden hearts, but no, they didn't. Oh, that goes over there in that pile. Guess I got to divide it out, but... Okay, white goes there. We'll just slide that over there. Well, see, now I'm not making mistakes, but it's starting to come apart. I'm just not much into brick-built animals. There we go. I got to do that whole thing. And it tells you to put that on the side. Well, we already did that. When we do the legs, I'm just going to split the legs apart. I could just split this video into 2 installments, too. I'm still debating on doing that. Alright, I'm missing an inverted... Oh, there it is. So that's the only color there. Whoops. Maybe, Jay, you're going too fast. Yeah, but I got a bunch of other things I gotta do. You know, Lego sets are kind of like... They're so plentiful right now. And as a kid, I always liked building things, you know, even sets, as long as I'm building something. But, yeah, this is clearly something I would never buy for myself in terms of just for an enjoyment set, unless I'm heavy into this type of thing. But this is not a set I particularly would ever buy just for fun. I think it goes on there like that. Okay, there's a stud that goes in that little hole there. You know what? I'm inclined to stick it on that first. See, this is already just coming apart. 9.6. I mean, this thing's starting to get pretty brittle. That torso was really built well, and we're getting to this, and it's coming apart. Just not feeling this build today. Why build it? Because I'm on a deadline. I have to get it done. It's like I trade in one job for another, pretty much. Matter of fact, my fingertips are really rough. All right, so hold it like that. Oh, they're mirrors. And it goes like this. I don't know what that is. I don't know what part we're doing here. We already know it's the head, but... Oh, after all that, we stick another stud in there. Boy, there's a lot of studs just being stuffed in here we're not even seeing. Make 2 of these. Maybe this is its little antennas or ears or horns, whatever they're called. And, oh, I thought those were ball bearings. No, it comes with 2 little microphones. We're using 2 microphones for the little ears or the horns or whatever. So if you're looking for a set of microphones that are just straight black, minifigures can hold on to them. There you go. They're in this set. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I didn't see it. Lego, this is a bad idea, putting these call-outs right here close to the spine of the book. As I'm looking at it, didn't really even see it. I'm going to start using the digital manuals, but they haven't published these. These are not public yet as of the filming of these, so I can't... I have no way of downloading a copy of it. It's kind of a bummer, but... Okay, these are gold right here. These pieces. Pearl gold or warm gold? I know they changed it from pearl to gold. Or pearl to warm. I think it's just supposed to be like that, because it shows it all bent in here. Like I said, I'm trying to have fun with this set. But okay, those must be the eyes then. I thought those were some kind of horns. They usually have the horns or something on the top. I don't know, but there it is. It's starting to take shape now. See, they come with an so you get 3 microphones in here. And I know somebody's probably not going to buy the set strictly for the mics, but you know. Okay. So we're making, why did they split this on 2 steps for? You're making ears, but they why don't they just do what I do, just bake them both and have them installed. And there's the head. I mean, yeah, I mean, and then we install the head on the neck. Well, the way they want it installed is like that. Maybe that's the top. Oh, we got the ear from the void. All right. Well, you could probably hear it from here. So you take this, there's its head. I don't know what noise they make, but and then you snap that in there. It shows it like that, and you're gonna have to really push that in like that. And there you go. So if you got a nail sticking out of your Lego table, you can just go. Now put the nail back in. You can use it as a hammer too. Okay. So these go around that. Okay, that's kind of cool. I bet these things are going to cover those up. And that's exactly what they use these for here. So they use these. Well, that's kind of clever to hide that nasty spot. They just stick those over that. Like that. We have these heart tiles we didn't even touch. So where do the hearts go? Oh, I see where the hearts go. Okay, see, I forgot something here. Don't forget your heart. So this thing's got a hidden heart in there for you. So this thing does have, it does have hearts. It's not just the black hearts with the eyes in it we've been seeing. So basically that's what it is so far. And it wants to kind of tip down, but yeah, it looks like a horse with a stretched neck. And yeah, I mean, we've had a few instances. We're at 9.8 right now. And that's what we have remaining for bag 3. Alright, so it looks like bag 4 involves probably the rear legs, or maybe the front legs, but I looked and they're mirrors. So what we're going to do is have the giraffe here pound the nails in my workbench, and then we're gonna do this one real quick. I'm not sure if it's front or rear legs. We don't know. Or the front or hind quarters. And then we'll just get going. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to start building. The one closest to me is from the book. The one on the other side is going to be the mirror. So like that, and hopefully this will. I'm hoping they're just both like that here. At first we started with a bunch of larger pieces. It's getting to be down to medium and small. So if you're looking for a set that's got a lot of large parts, yeah, this one's not it. I'm being honest, it just doesn't have a lot of the bigger stuff. I may have to start sorting by color after all, because I'm trying to find another one of those round plates. But look at all the white. I've already seen white enough in one of these other sets. As a matter of fact, I got another one of these type of sets that's got a lot of white and gray in it. I'm like rolling my eyes going, oh, I'm going to have to do that one next. Alright. And we need this one over here. Because I need to get this one over here. Is that an inverted tile? We got to flip them over. And, well, let's see if we can find it real quick. Yeah, that makes a great seat cushion, doesn't it? Round 2x2 flat tiles. That's a great seat cushion, or a bar stool or something. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a couple of those in different colors. Those will come in handy. And I flip it back around again. Now you notice I'm just keeping them in the same location because I'm trying to make this build as smooth as possible here without messing up. Now if you don't feel comfortable doing this, don't do it. Don't do it. If you think you could do it, do it. If you don't think you can do it, don't do it. If you're not sure, don't do it. If you want to get gutsy, then you can do it. I mean, it's a giraffe, right? Alright, we got to put a couple of these together. And we got the ear from the void. We'll put that on there. Ready? Here we go. That's one. And then we'll do another one here for good luck. Okay. And then that sits even with that brick there. So now we're getting, it looks like a mirror here. Remember, it's always one closest to me. That's the one I'm going from the book. The rate I made mistakes on here, we'll put it in hardcore mode and just see if we try not to mess up. Yeah, I haven't been playing Lego Worlds or Lego whatever it is. I mean, I actually do need these. The reason being is sets. I can't get to anything until I get done with at least filming some of these. And yeah. Alright, and now we stick a white plate. I haven't got to the one by ones yet. We're pulling more out of this pile than the ones that I'm sorted. And the bricks with studs, I don't know. They go here, like that. There. Getting close. Okay. I think you're enjoying the set. Well, I mean, I gotta have fun with it. I don't want to be too bored of it. Alright, so... hold on. Okay, yeah. I'm just doing the opposite one because those are the only pieces that I've been grabbing so far. Okay, we got that out of the way. Looks like the picture. Okay. Now, slide these off to the sides because now we're going to be building in the middle here. Same thing what we did before. Hey, you gotta love these. You know what? Let's do it like this here. You gotta love this Lego product stuff. It really does get you challenged here. Notice I'm slowly still sorting the parts out. It's multitasking. So this piece belongs here and that one belongs over there. That's how I'm doing it. And the reason why they're facing the way they are is because I'm facing them the way the manual shows it so I don't get too confused. Okay. There we go. Alright, so far so good. Everything looks pretty good. If it's going this smooth, I'm hoping I didn't make a boo-boo somewhere. And then this gets sent right here. Like that. I'm obviously assuming we're going to be fortifying that up a bit. So right now we're back to where we were again. And yeah, flip them over. Alright, let's stick the shoe glider here. They have it right in this corner there. What Lego? No inverted 2x2 flat tiles. That's kind of sad. Hoping, expecting more of those. Getting greedy here, huh? Move this over here. Did we use up all the nougat? I guess we did. And in addition to that, I got to find 2 inverted things. I think that's all the white we've just used up. I don't see any more white on here. Okay. And then we flip them back over. And this way they sit flat. Wait a minute, are we missing something there? Oh, wait a minute, you know what? Hold on. You know why? I skipped a whole step. I knew it was going to happen sometime, and no, that's supposed to go there. At least we caught it. At least it wasn't like 20 steps forward and like, whoops, boo-boo time. There we go. Now we fixed it. Now we're back to where we were. And, oh, we really are skipping steps. I forgot 141. Okay, we did 142, 143. Yeah, just be very careful here. Matter of fact, there was supposed to be a squash brick here too. Just always be really observant of what you're doing. It's not because I'm multitasking. I'm just getting a little bored of this set. Alright. The creator sets I remember, though, were not like this at all. And it shows a hole there, too, so I guess it's fine. Well, that's not even the right part. Somewhere in here, we almost got everything sorted out except for the really small stuff. And okay, this is obviously reversed, so it goes here. Means the other one that I'm looking for goes on this one. And don't forget the little tiles here. I almost breezed over those until I saw them. There we go. Got that right in there. Okay, making sure everything is still going here, full blast. And regular tiles. I wish they had a stud on the top of those. These would make great pancakes. Will Lego do it? No. I wish they would. Okay. I think these are the rear legs more and more. Okay. So, in addition, there's a tile here. I'm going to place this one right off the back because I have a feeling I'm going to forget that guy. And then get the heart tile, because remember the last time I forgot the hearts. Even the giraffe was kind of getting disgusted about that, so I had to, I'm like, okay, I'll remember next time. I did. Giraffe's got to be proud of me, except I'm putting it in the wrong way. There we go. And yeah, that's there's half ones. Where did the half ones go? Right here? I guess to hide the studs. Of course, in something like this, you do want to have the studs to make it the fur look more realistic. Okay, 148 says bend something. I'm thinking they're interpreting this, so bend them down. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I kind of slept on and off today too, so I'm a little more awake, but we got to make 2, double, make 2 more, makes 4. So I got to make 4 of those real quick. We're just going to do these right now. Well, I at least found that one. Okay, I see all the all the parts to make the whole thing. All right. Okay. And then, I hope they're not going out there returning off my water again. There we go. Look like drumsticks, huh? We just got to fix that yucky stuff on the top. That's probably what these... No. Stay open, book. That's what these are for here. And then we put the shield. Yeah, that's what these are for. That's why they tell you to bend them, because you had to put all that stuff on there. And got that covered up. And use some more coffee table tops. That's what I call them. They look like coffee tables or doormats. These would make great doormats too for entry to a house or a business. And flip them over again. You're going to be flipping your legs over a lot here. And then all right, next thing here is leave them flipped over. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this one first. And then I'm going to do it like this. Right here. Well, I got that guy backwards. And yeah, so we got both legs done. And we're not done yet. We have a couple more parts here. Where does this guy go? Oh, it goes right here. And then this thing goes on the top. And I think that is for me. So I got to get this going here. And after I got the legs put on, that's what we have remaining for bag 4. And now we got to install the legs. Remember, this is the one we did from the book. This is the rear legs, actually. So they should just snap right in place. And there you go. We already got this one done. We can just shove that there. So we got the rear legs. So now the deer is really just kind of, or not the deer, whatever his name is, the giraffe. And then we skip all this, because we've already got that done. And obviously bag 5 is going to be the front part of the deer. Not too bad so far. I mean, he's missing some legs, but he's getting there. Well, it's been 3 hours later, but let's proceed on with bag 5. I've never done a split type build like this before, so the lighting may have changed. It's a little darker outside now. And, well, let's get going. And we're building the front legs, so I'm assuming they're both going to be mirrors, because Mr. Hammerhead Giraffe needs his legs. Like I said, you can just pound the nails in your workbench. In fact, it looks almost like a kangaroo right now. Okay, so I made someone very happy today, and it always makes me feel good when they like something that I give them. And now, let's get going here on this. So we're going to get done with this. I want to get this done lickety-split just so I can do other things. So I'm going to start pulling out parts, and these come in white. I could use those. Not white, but we're getting there. And I'm looking for a 1x1 plate. So right now I'll be spending most of my time sorting once again. But, oh, there's the 1x1 plate. So I'm going to do these both into mirror pairs just to get them done. You know, get them out of the way. But you can see right now I'm spending a lot of time doing this. I need 2 tans and 4 whites to get them done. And then tonight for dinner, everybody wants this cheese chicken, and I cannot stand cheese in my food. Cheese chicken, where cheese is on the chicken. I thought, oh God. No, I said, I'm passing on that. Oh, well, you won't know it until you try. I said, I don't like cheese in my food, period. I'll eat a cold block of cheese, but having it in my chicken, I will pass on that one. Yeah, sometimes I used to make what I want, but it seems like more and more it's not about just me, but I was like, I'll skip the cheesy chicken. Matter of fact, we have chicken here about 3 or 4 times a night, where before I would only make it maybe once a month. As it was, I thought, I make whatever I want, but now it's like I have to have the cheese chicken. And I was around somebody that was sick, so hopefully I don't get anything. I don't want to be sick during the holidays. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hate when you're around somebody that's sick and next thing you know, you get hit with it. If you notice, I'm still sorting out parts. I'm looking for 1x1 plates. We're doing all the small stuff first. So right now I'm just pulling everything out here until we get, once everything starts getting sorted, I can get going on the build. At least we found another one of those white ones. It'll be easy to go through a pile versus this. I'm looking for another tan. Yeah, so I'm kind of getting burned out of doing sets. And I think it's maybe just this one. There's another one that I want to do. I don't know yet how I feel about it because I haven't really looked at the box. But is there any more in here? Oh, I see it. I want to get going. I want to move on instead of just pulling out parts. And we're not done with that step yet. I need 2 hinges. Well, I saw them in here. I had them slightly open. Now the one closer to me is the one I am doing for, from the building guide. I guess we're using this as part of the texture for that. Kind of a waste of a hinge, huh? And 1x5s. At least the nougats are not too bad. It's nice outside. I had to go out there and load up a car. Got that done. Whoa! Yeah, so I got a lot of stuff, and in the 3 hours there was drama and all that stuff. I'm like, ugh. And then, oh, we're gonna have this cheese chicken. Ugh. Yeah. I think I'll skip the cheesy chicken. Oh, I can make yours with that. I said, nah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm sick of chicken. I'm getting to where I'm hating it more and more. Fried chicken's always good, but imagine if I had that every day. And I don't dare want to mention seafood because everybody here hates it. Even my friends online don't like seafood. I'm like, it's like when I go to the beach. Everybody wants to have a steak. I'm like, oh, I can have that at home anytime. Oh yeah, but this is from the beach. I'm like, yeah, but I can have a steak in just as bad or in the deserts. Where I'm at, it's just, I mean, come on now. Alright. So it goes like that. And then we just do the other one like this. See? And this one's got a lot of parts. Well, Jay, do you have to get all this done now? Not really, but then again, I mean, like I said, I want to do mocks, right? Here's the deal. Where do you think I'm getting all the parts from? Some of these sets have good mock parts. So, yeah, I'm inclined to keep doing this as much as I can. And then I can show you how to make more cool stuff. I don't know, something outside got sick by the porch today. I mean, it smells like vomit out there. I don't know what happened. Probably one of the neighbor's animals, I don't know. But it just reeks out there. I had to rinse it down or whatever. It just smells. Hope nobody was eating my apologies. I was like, ugh. Okay, so let's see, with everything almost sorted here, now you notice I'm not getting hung up too much because now it's just fast. The goal is to get it done quickly and swiftly so we can move on to the next build. You know, when I have excess inventory of electronic stuff, I always give it away. Somebody I know that didn't have a television, they wanted one. I said, well, I got an old flat screen here. It's a 40-inch with, doesn't have the remote, but I'm like, it's destined for the scrap bin. If you want it, come and get it. And it's nice to get kids that are so grateful, and they're great to have something. And I said, well, here you go. And then I said, well, let me look here. I checked the remotes that I had in my, you know, some people give me the sets with the remote. I just hang on to them. I said, oh, we got lucky. I went through my remote bin and found one that worked with it. I said, there you go. Now you got a remote control to control it. And it worked all the basic functions. It's nice when you see some kids that are so mature, they're thankful for what they get. You know, some out there want the most expensive, latest and greatest, and some are just happy to have something. I was like, well, do you have a Blu-ray? Oh, I have a Blu-ray. I said, oh, okay. I was going to see if you didn't have one. I have an extra one, a Blu-ray player. It works. I said, I don't watch Blu-rays. I have a media server that does all that. Usually when somebody tells me they want something, they come out here, they start complaining about it, and I'm like, dude, well, at least she was very grateful to get this television. I said, and she goes, well, how much do you want for it? I said, just take it. I said, I have so much of that stuff laying around here, I just need to clean out some inventory. You sure? I'm like, yeah. I said, if I wanted money, I said, we would have quoted the price over the phone, but I said, for me, I just want it gone. Here you go. Doing me a favor. No, I just got to get rid of some of this Lego stuff. But for me personally, if somebody can use something that I have, then by all means, you know. When I was a kid, people would give me things. And of course, I'd have that occasional friend or family member that wants to sell it for some ridiculous amount. Oh, I don't have that kind of money. That's why I was looking for someone to hand it to me. You know what I mean? So, alright, so what we do is we flip these over here. And oh, I put them on backwards. Well, it's supposed to be like that. Well, we fixed it now. And yeah, some people are very grateful, and freebies, like here you go, I don't need it. I've had some that will come out here. I've had spoiled kids, you know, the spoiled brats that would come out here and they want almost, well, don't you have, I remember one time I was giving away a bunch of old desktops, and these are just computers that I've obtained, nobody wanted them. I thought, well, I'm sure some kid will probably like them for the homework, doing the homework on it. I had this kid came over here, and his dad was looking for him a TV or a computer, a desktop. I said, well, I have a couple. They're just a few years old, but they should get you just by to do homework. And the kid wanted a new computer, and Daddy was like, oh, you're going to get that. And you're missing a part here. Check all the other piles. And the guy, he was kind of embarrassed. The son says, no, I want new. I don't want some used junk. And these were like workstations, right? These were pretty good. They were removed from an office building. So all you got to do is just put a decent graphics card in, and there you go. Well, oh, there it is, still in the bag. Now, some of you mentioned that. And this kid was throwing like a temper tantrum right in the shop. And the guy says, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to waste it. I said, that's fine. And when they left, I thought, man, I'd have been just chomping to bits to have a computer when I was a kid. When I was a teenager, I had an IBM 5150 from the 80s. Hey, it was enough for me to do my homework and type out my work, and to get on the internet and do basic things like send emails through a command line. But it was something. And I know, and then after all that happened, I said, well, if nobody wants these old computers, so I stripped them down and took them to the recycle place. Kept some of the parts that I needed, and the rest of it just got hauled off. A week later, the guy contacted says, well, my son really wants, he changed his mind. I said, oh. I said, I'm sorry, I dumped those machines. He goes, you what? I said, I figured if no one was going to want them, I may as well just get rid of them. I said, nobody wanted those workstations. I said, they're gone. Sorry, but your kid snoozes, you lose. And he was kind of like, okay, fine, whatever. Well, sorry, but sometimes you would have been grateful to get it. It would have been a good computer for a kid to have until they can get something a little better. But, you know, in all fairness, though, it's getting to the point where I won't even give stuff away anymore, you know. And some people are very grateful. I mean, it's like that TV. If she takes a TV home and it just works for a day and it quits, I told her, I said, if it quits, I said, toss it in the dumpster. I don't want it back. I said, but if you don't, keep the remote or send the remote back to me. Remotes are kind of getting hard to find now for older TVs. And yeah, I mean, some kids I know are very they're very appreciative, and there's some out there who want new stuff, you know. My very first color TV was a used one with missing knobs, you know. That was what it was. But you know what? It was a color TV. All my friends had little black and whites. They all had brand new black and white TVs. I had a used color TV. It was a 19-inch Sony. But I was thankful to have it. You know, because everybody else was watching black and white. At least I was watching color. You know. All right, 9.4. Trying to straighten that out, and this is starting to fall apart. And, you know, that kind of thing. And yes, it'd be nice to have a nice brand new TV. Well, those same TVs now that are old and crusty are getting to be worth something now. They call them retro gaming TVs. Alright, so now we got to take these, flip them over first, and then we're going to have to face these down here. Tells me we're going to make the cap that goes over these. And yeah, so that's pretty much what it was, some people are very grateful, some are not. Oh, so that just wraps right around that. I'll show you here. Look at that. Just got to find a way to hide that. I'm sure that's what those are for. And hey, it cleans out part of my shop. Like I told the young gal, I said, hey, you're helping me clean my shop out. I don't want any cash or anything because you're helping me clean it out. It's sitting here collecting dust. If you're going to use it, then it's worth it. At least it's not just being thrown in the dump, because I was thinking, man, I don't know if I'm going to I don't really use smart TV. It's a smart TV too. It's just an older smart TV. And two, I just saved it from going into the landfill. Okay. So this is the one from the book. I noticed this, keep thinking it's a deer, maybe it's a tall deer, but this giraffe is actually missing the feet. So it's the front legs and possibly the feet. So there you go. So now Mr. Hammerhead can stand up on its stumps. I'm not leaving it standing up for long here. We already did all that, so we could skip that. I'm just going to go through it and make sure I did everything correctly. And after we got that on there, you got to listen for the click. And there we go. So you got to make 4 of these. But yeah, I mean, if it makes someone happy, I can make, hey, that's fine. I had used stuff when I was a kid, and that's how it was, and I was at least thankful to have it. I always wanted new, but I didn't get new. I mean, heck, I even had a used coat because my parents couldn't get me the jean jacket that I wanted because they were expensive. But now it's kind of like, I know somebody who their parents buy them everything they want. He gets everything. And I'm like, that's not teaching them anything new. I mean, they're not going to learn a whole lot. Yeah. Oh, I don't want my kid to go without like I did. Well, I went without stuff and I did just fine. Makes me want to study more in school and get good grades and all that stuff, It's so sad out here. Only 64% of the kids graduated high school in my area. Out here, education is not really valued out here that much. I had somebody that wanted their kid to get a job, and I said, yeah, I do interns. What's your child's GPA? And they were kind of hesitant on telling me. I'm like, well, I need to know before I can even think about even starting the paperwork. It's a 1.9. I said 1.9 GPA. I said, what are they doing in school? Oh, well, he's having a hard time. I said, a hard time? I said, I said, well, what's this math course? It was some remedial math class. And I said, dude, we're going to be doing, you're going to be doing some basic elementary to advanced algebra, maybe a little hint of calculus. I said, I can't just hire someone or even get them on as an intern. I said, and then and it's introductory to research. Well, can't you bend the rules? I'm like, no, I'm not going to bend the rules. And boy, that kind of heated up an argument there, and I thought, well, the minimum we go is a 2.7 GPA. The higher the better. And some of these schools like ours out here have work programs. So I'm using the side of the brick separator to press down and smooth those toes out, because putting these 1x1s and they don't line up very well. I'm just throwing them in like this, right? So you see how crooked those are? They're not lined up. Take this, And now they're lined up. Good trick, somebody taught me that. Okay, now the poor giraffe is going to need the legs. What do these go to here? Did I forget something? Indeed I did, so let's see what we forgot here. I bet they go in the back on this here. Let's take a look. And doesn't show that back side, huh? Yeah, they do. No, they don't. They show this. See, I'm already lost. Let me look here. Okay. Yeah. So with the point, the heart goes next to the point facing away from it. So it'd be like this. Hey, I made a mistake. I'm proud of it, right? Oh, it's got to face away from it. At least it's one by one so we can... Don't try to kick me. You saw what it tried to do. It tried to kick me. Man, I'm trying to rope. Fine, you want to be like that? Then we're going to play operation here. Here, you can go belly up for a bit. Since I made a mistake, you don't have to be that uncooperative. And, alright, I see how they're supposed to go on. So the angle part is next to the heart. Let me make sure here. I hate when creatures just they do that to you. At least I can help you out. Okay, it is facing towards the mouth. Like that. We're almost done here. But you notice I don't take those parts out of the video. I know somebody would script these out and make them hardcore. Okay, and now that's what we have remaining for bag 5. And what we're going to do now, we're going to install the feet. Install the feet. Attach the feet. Wow, those little feet are going to hold up all that weight. Oh. Okay. And don't worry, we'll zoom out later. But, and honestly though, I'm going to bring the legs back a little bit, and the reason why is, let's see. Yeah, you don't want, you're going to have them stand flat-footed. As a matter of fact, put the head down a little bit more so he can hammer the table in with his nose. But just for safety purposes, I'm going to leave him laying on his side. And that's it. And finally we have bag 6, and this is the Flamingo, and I think we're also doing the tree in there too. Okay, that's a lot of parts for bag 6. So now we got the giraffe done. And yeah, this is a little bit more color than what we've been seeing here. It's like Valentine's Day colors. Lots of green in there. Okay, so we're working on the pink flamingo first. So what I'm going to do is slide Mr. We're going to leave him back, put him on his back over there. He's happy like that. He wants you to rub his tummy, so that's how we're doing it. And let's start sorting by color here. Oh. We got that olive green or baby poop green or whatever you want to call it. Oh, parts. So what I'm proposing to do now is try to find the parts for step 1. Have I found them yet? No. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get everything parted out by color. And then once we get to that part, not too bad. I got plenty of those. I've been collecting tons of foliage pieces for like campgrounds and stuff. It's going to be at the point one day where I don't have to buy any more of those foliage pieces. My goal is to make like 50 trees or something like that, and to make a more complete forest. And everything's getting sorted. Yeah, we got a lot of other colors here. Yeah, but everybody likes the chicken here. Chicken. I used to like it when I was a kid, but now it's the other night I had a greasy burger, but that was really good. Oh, that's got a lot of grease. I'm like, well, it's better than chicken. I still haven't. Okay, we found it finally. It took me forever to find the part for part 1. Put the pink back over there. I'm trying now. I got to find that. Now we're on step 3, and I'm trying to find a round thing, but it's not even in that color. Means I got to do more part outs. Alrighty. Oh, these are in green. What number is that? Number 5? Huh. That's in bright green too. Yeah, I've been kind of clearing my throat today. Supposed to put the battery in my car, but I had company over for a couple hours and I couldn't do it. And dark brown goes over there. Yeah, I haven't even got to any more of this yet. You notice I'm just sorting right now. This one's got a lot of colors. That's an interesting piece. So I haven't found that round plate yet with the round jumper plate. I found everything else but that. I kind of want to move on now. Okay, there it is. Let's put that white piece over there. All right, maybe, just maybe. Oh, that's if I can get it on there. And we'll do this one next. Put this on this side. And then flip it over. Make sure these are on this side and put a tile here. Okay. Well, we got a bunch of stuff we're going to have to build now. Not sure what that is. I try to grab from the pile that I haven't sorted from yet. The reason being is so I don't have to mess with it. All right. I mean, we can survive the giraffe. I'm sure we can survive this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then that goes right here. I'm not sure what that's for yet. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes, you can. Okay. Have to clear the throat here soon. It's starting to get raspy again. I was outside, so that's probably why. It's just allergies. And this goes on there. Not a whole lot of white, so maybe we can breeze through the white color real quick. This is just kind of really loose. And it's telling you step 6 to flip the looty thing around like that. And that goes on like this. So this is really just kind of flimsy so far. I have a feeling though that these are supposed to be lined up. You can see I'm having a hard time. This is so fragile. I better just be careful with that. And this goes here. See, these right here, they're crooked. I need to get in there and bend these back. This thing is so fragile right now. I'm already down to a 9.4 on this set. I hope the score doesn't drop any further. Like, my ratings are usually on durability and stuff like that. And I have a feeling there's going to be a mirror on the other side, and there is, so we got to make 2 of these. I'm going to do it like that. And there we go. Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to need a couple of these. Yeah, it's just like doing Lego sets. Some people get picky on what they want. And what was it? Somebody, oh, I didn't get, my wife didn't buy me the set that I wanted. And I'm thinking, well, at least you have a wife that buys you Lego. I got to buy it myself. Yeah, but she doesn't know what I really want. And thinking, well, I better, Okay, it goes like this. Okay, now the body is starting to really line up here. Must be the wings there. There we go. Everything's now starting to snap into place. Looks like a little turkey body, huh? But it's pink. Okay, we just did that. And now we're going to be putting together that. Looks like it's the tail feather. I think humans, apes and stuff, we don't have tails. Probably a good thing. I was reading something about it. Out of all the species, the human's got the largest brain. I think the next one might be the elephant. Remember, we're from the great ape, so don't let anybody tell you otherwise. At least there's something that I remember from anthropology class. Alright, so this goes back here. This is the little tail. Alright, and then we have this thing here that they're using this for the neck. Stick that in the hole. Boy, that's not even in there pretty sturdy, but so that's the hole that it spits at you. And then we got to put all that on there. And that's what we're using this thing for here. Not sure what this weird piece is for. It's probably used for some kind of like a projectile launcher. I'm not saying the name on here because, yeah, I was going through some more videos and found something with more bad words. I had to mark it as such. Okay. And the next thing is that gray? Oh, it's white. White's hollow stud. And I'm looking for something that's black for the beak, which is one of these little horn things. Stick that right in there. That is provided if I can get it in there. There we go. And, or it could be a swan too. Guess it goes in like that. Oh no, there we go. Trying to center everything up. This just feels very loose there. There we go. So he's done up to a point. Well, he needs some legs. He or she, we don't know. And, well, it's only a couple of steps, but they're multiples. So, I don't think I have any candlestick holders in gray. There goes the pipes again. Alright. So, let's take a look at the body. This one here, am I missing something? Let's see here. Oh, I see. These are supposed to rotate. So, like that. So there's one leg. And I don't think he's going to stand up on his own. We haven't got to the tree yet. And it's just like that. So how's he going to stand? We don't know. Oh, wait a minute. You know why? You need this. Well, they really got that anchored in there. Stick that right down in there. There you go. Now he can stand up on his own. It's like, well, how is he going to stand up? Because I didn't read far ahead. All right, now we're moving to the scrawny tree. We'll put that over there next to his buddy that's on his back. Maybe the pink flamingo can rub its belly. We don't know. Okay, and yeah, let's get on it here. And I'm looking for a slope here. Yeah, I'm not, you know what I could do, and I was thinking on this, I may just tack on the, no, we're just doing informal review because I have to do all the cut scenes and all that stuff because I got to change camera angles, and I don't want to drag this out, and plus I want to get it on the editing table real quick, so we're going to just focus on that. And I've been editing non-stop, like I have been, the first thing I do now by instinct when I turn on the computer is just turning on the video editor. That's bad, you know. It's very bad. Okay, we're missing one. Oh, there it is. We don't have a lot of parts left. We're getting pretty far on this set. I'm just going to try to breeze through it real quick and get it done. Just to get it out of here. You know, just be like, I'm done. I'm looking for another one of these. So I just pull them out as I go. Alright. And don't forget the 2 half curved tiles. Right in this corner. Must be the trunk of our tree. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to have everything filmed. I'm shooting for by the end of this week. And then next week, I think Tuesday, I'm getting the rest of the stuff in. So by the time I get everything filmed, I got more coming in. I'm just trying to film them now. Because editing them, I can do them anytime. It's filming them, I'm kind of pressed for time on that. So I try to film as much as I can. Get them done. I need fish and 4. That does sound good. It's fish and chips. Chicken. I get chicken 3 to 4 times a week. I'll think about it, you know, when I was working and thinking, oh, I'll put a steak on the grill and get home and just have a steak or something. Oh, we're having chicken. Okay, thank you for asking me. What would I like? Before, I would just get home, I'd make a chicken, or not a chicken, a steak or something. Or one night a week, I would just have, I eat anything I want, it's just junk food, don't care. That's how it was. Like, oh, I just want to have something that's just yummy. I don't care. You know, I worked hard all week. Okay. This is a tree. I don't know. Probably going to attach to those. Oh, we got rid of all the tan parts. We're getting somewhere, everyone. We're getting parts out of the way here. Okay, so these Technic pins is what that's for. I'm trying to check my work before I start committing to this. And the tan goes on the tan side. There's the tree base. Not too bad, so I may have to back up the camera when we get there. Let me see if that's a mirror or not. That's what it is. All right, well, now we know. One of those type of pieces, pretty cool. I was thinking about sugar cookies or something tonight. I was thinking about, you know, I get some time, I was going to bake some cookies. And, well, we have plenty of other sweets. I'm like, I just miss the days I used to walk in the kitchen and just make what I want and not waste food. I was thinking sugar cookies. And apparently we have store-bought cookies and cupcakes. I miss those days. Like, I'm in the mood for peanut butter cookies. I could either go to the store and buy those nasty ones or just make my own. So I'd end up usually just doing the latter of the two and make my own stuff. Yes, it takes more time and I gotta clean the kitchen, but hey, you need the grub, that's what you do. Alright, so we got this one here. This one's done. And it goes right here. That means that this little booger goes here. Okay. Skip that. Now we need 2 of these. Okay, they go in here like this. That's what those holders were for. Okay. Alrighty. Yep, so far we've already picked up a bunch of stuff here. Okay. I'm about 85% done with this build, which is pretty good. Go get my chicken. I don't know how critical that is. And that goes on the stump on the top. So it's facing like this. And it's going this way. We'll do a better view. I don't know how critical it is. Okay, now we got to start making limbs. And I doubt these are going to be mirrors. And I don't like doing those in mirrors anyways, so... As you can see, though, I almost got everything sorted here. The smaller ones are dark green. stuff goes in here. Okay. Yeah. Get this right here. And looks like it's going away from everything. Like that. And what's next here? Oh. This is actually supposed to stick up. Let me push that through like that. This piece is supposed to stick up. And then on the top of that, they shoved a little leaf on there. I hope there's going to be more to hold on to that than just that little leaf, because these things have been known to flake off, although that's on there pretty good. And no, that is, there's nothing else. That's just it. So, like that. I'm hoping I'm putting together the tree right. If I'm not, I'm not. You know, I think it's supposed to be like this. Trying to match the picture here. I wish there was an edit undo button on this, but I think that's just it. I don't think it's going to matter. It shows that this one's tilting towards me, but what if I just pop that out of there? They ain't gonna hurt anything if we just play with it. You know, maybe I'm just going a little OCD on this thing here. So I'm just going to put it there for right now. As they show these two right here, I swear it looks like I'm doing something wrong with this. Trees, and I mean, I'm going to vouch for this one. Writing up a tree building guide is a pain in the rear. And that's next year when I'm still debating if I should just do tree tutorials, strictly members only. Because tree tutorials are just, they're not the most friendly things to write up at all. And those building guides I will not give away because they are hard. I just shove them in there, I guess. I mean, it's a tree. It's not going to be symmetrically perfect. There we go. And after we get done with that, we got to add more branches now. Why are my tutorial trees so fast? Because they're pretty, I already have them staged. You know, I gotta, well, Jay, I noticed you build your trees. How do you get done with them so fast? Because they're staged builds. They're, if you want to say they're scripted, you can, but that's how they are. This goes like that. Now, I'm going to need to raise the camera up a bit because now we're going to be focusing on the tree more here. And this doesn't look like it'd be a bad tree to use for your city. It's a different concept on how to build it. For that nose cone. Yeah, we're running out of certain types of parts, so that's how you know you're getting close. Let me show this going here. Wait a minute, hold on, let me make sure. Right back here. Make two of these. And now, what you do is put these on here. I want the branches obviously to go up. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on now. So this tree is kind of scrawny right now. We're going to make it better. And yeah, we're doing another branch assembly. I'm making sure that it's not a duplicate here. And these pieces right here, these are actually used to make trees. They have the 4 sticks sticking up. Also very painful to step on too. In fact, this looks like it's almost a mirror from the last one we did. I'm hoping to finish this thing up so I can review it tonight and get it reviewed to where I can open up the last set I have in inventory, start getting those reviewed. You know, that's it, I think. Yeah, you just install it on this branch here. Just plug that right in there. And those green pieces work pretty good. Starting to look like something. I was going to say acacia tree, but no, I don't know. And we got to make something with these. It's going to get noisy here. Remember when I used to do all these, you wouldn't hear anything. It's like now I get somebody saying, "Is that a person I hear in the background now in the videos?" I'm like, yeah. They're dark green. I'm not used to it. Imagine if I was married and having kids, they come in here and bother me. It'd be kind of cool, actually. Get a son or daughter and try to get them involved. Okay, we got to make 3 of these. So what we do here, we still got a big mess of parts here. Take a bunch of these. We got to make 3 of them. And then after that, I mean, these are good building techniques for making, you know, different types of trees and stuff. I'm just going to slightly cup these up a little bit here. And I'm assuming this probably gets attached. No, we're not done yet with that, I guess. You got to shove that through the middle and hope nothing falls off. Usually they will. Okay. Stick this down in here. Doesn't matter which way it goes. And after that, you stick one of these big things here. Like that. Okay. And where does that go if we're even done with it yet? Alright, so it goes right here. There we go. Not done yet. We got a couple more things to build here. We're running out of parts here, so we're doing good. I'm getting hungry right now. Not for chicken, though. Does this tell me where this goes? Did I skip it? Okay, it goes right on this part right here, the yellow thing. I'm assuming we want it away from the other 2. So like that. Boy, that's kind of flimsy. Be careful when you're pressing down on that too. Okay. So now we're using ball joints for these. pulling all these out now. This set's probably got more leaf pieces than most of the modern sets today combined. Imagination is the key to do all this stuff. Building a set, you don't need an imagination, but no. Alright. I gotta make one of these. And Jay, you're running out of parts. I know, right? That's one step further to make another mock. In case you don't want the set to end, but for me, I want to get into my own stuff right now. Somebody's coughing up a storm. What are they doing? Smoking? Some of these kids who smoke, I mean, my goodness. They're coughing more than my grandparents did when they smoked. Of course, now the cigs have all kinds of crap in them now. Whoop! May have to censor that word out. Have all kinds of stuff in there that is not really healthy for you. Sometimes I'll get asked, Jay, do you smoke? I'm like, no. Stuff is bad. Okay, I'm missing one of these. Oh, okay, never mind. I only need to make 2 of them. I thought they were making 3. I was looking at step 3, the step number 3, not how many I had to make. And they go in the other 2 sockets. There's one. Imagine having to build a Christmas tree all by hand. Yikes, you'd be there all year long. Have that thing left. Have one branch. I have a feeling it's going to go on the top. Usually these do. I don't think it really matters which way this thing goes here. There we go. And then this goes on the top. And just kind of wiggle it in or just move your branches around like how I do one of mine. And that's it. Where does that go? It goes on the top right there. Does it matter which way? Not really. Just hold in the middle there. And there you go. And I think this tree here is probably about 12 inches tall. I mean, that's pretty tall for that. Taller than my spruce trees too, and that's what we have remaining there for bag 6. And yeah, that's it. Now, when I do this, I need to get this off of my turntable here because, like I said, I got a bunch of set reviews that I've got done, and this old turntable is just still holding up. And I'll start setting everything up in here like what Mr. Rogers does in his neighborhood of Maple Leaf. Except this is the neighborhood of Lego bricks. Okay. And I'm going to focus it in here in a bit. So we got the giraffe. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, though, with this is... Oh, I need to grab the pink flamingo. Or the ostrich, or whatever you want to call these things. And that's essentially what this is. Now, I'm just setting this up right now. And for the most part, it is recognizable. I know the camera's, it's not centered all the way, but we'll get there. And see, does it knock into anything? So this is actually setting up right now. Maybe my turntable turntables have. It's starting to wear down. Need to re-grease it and stuff. There we go. All right, let's focus in on that there. Am I going to do the final review? Not right now. A little bit of too much background noise. It's like I may just do, since this was a whoops, wrong button. What I may just do, since this is a Safari, I'm going to slip those scenic sounds in this video. I need to make a note on it. All right, let's dive right on in here with the quick tour. You got the tree and the giraffe and the peak flamingo, and yeah, it wasn't a bad build, but it was just something I wasn't interested in, and essentially that's the kind of animals we got here. And these are tall. They're about 12. Let's see, if the giraffe really wanted to be brave and raise his head up all the way and look at the light, probably about 16 inches tall. I mean, it's more than enough for him to eat the tree, eat the leaves off the tree. And that's essentially what it is. So for me, this was an interesting set, but it's also kind of something I wasn't interested in building. We're going to dive right on into the review with build experience. And yeah, the build experience I'd say is average. It just wasn't my cup of tea. The instructions you got to be careful with. So you saw how many mistakes I made, and they were easily corrected, but still, the instructions, they were just if you're not into the build, the instructions are going to be harder to go through. So for me personally, it's the build experience is just fine. Build quality seems pretty good. I did have a few pieces come apart, but nothing major, so I say build experience is pretty good with this one. Or build quality. Collaborative build. One person can build these two, and one can build this. But I don't think it's really meant to be a collaborative build. I think it's just a solo build. Could it be dropped in a city? Your minifigure would come up to about here. So it'd be too much of a giant for a minifigure. I mean, it's possible. The tree, obviously, you could use in a Lego city, but these two items you wouldn't. Play value, it's not really meant to be played with. This is just meant to be something you display on a shelf. So if you're into safari animals, or, excuse me, if you like giraffes, there you go. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say on that one. Build experience, build quality, we talked about that. There's some good pieces from Ox. So you can part this out from Ox if you want lots of dark orange, medium nougat, and tan. You get some leafy pieces. Matter of fact, you could probably expand on this tree a bit more and make it better. So for me, the tree's pretty decent. What else? That's all I can think of. So my final score in the set's a 9.4, just because we had some parts fall off in the manual you got to really pay attention to. Other than that, it's a pretty sound build. Now, for me to say that, or for me to recommend this, for me, I just wasn't interested in this set. If you're interested in this type of build, great. For me, I just couldn't get into it. It's probably why I'm yawning through it. Maybe I'm exhausted. But for the most part, it's a different build. The 9.4 is a pretty fair score. But I want to know what you guys and gals think of the set, especially for, I can't remember, $64.99. I'll have the correct amount in the description. Yeah, I mean, 780 bricks. That's a decent price for this. But let me know what you think of this set.